Hello, everybody. If you are a woman in business, you are a woman entrepreneur, maybe you are thinking about starting your own business. Maybe you already have a really established business. Maybe you're a professional or you're a manager, senior leader. I want you to be paying attention. We're talking about 10 game-changing tips for success for women entrepreneurs. If we haven't met, my name is Dr. Karen. I've been doing this work for 25 years. I have been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I absolutely love it. Written books, did a TED Talk, and the last 2 years actually have been nominated for the RBC Canadian Women Entrepreneur Award. So I am very familiar with entrepreneurship, and we work with businesses in 7 different countries. And so not only do we have a business, but we serve businesses. So these are all things that I have learned personally and professionally. All right. So I'm going to be sharing with you. And as I go through the list with you, I'm going to give you 10, but I want you to think to yourself, which ones are you doing? Which ones are you like, you're nailing it, you're crushing it? And which ones are like, I think I got to pay a little bit more attention to it. Okay. So you be your own evaluator. This is a safe place for us also all to learn. Okay. So number one, get it a pen and paper, everybody. Number one is, do you have a clear vision? Now, this seems so basic, but over and over again, when we're working with a lot of business owners, it's not clear. They don't have clarity on their vision. The vision is like the end game. Where do you want to go? What direction are you really wanting to take the business? And although you may know the vision, what we're finding when we work with a lot of different teams is that the senior leadership or the managers, the middle managers, don't know the vision. So if you're kind of the CEO, you are that entrepreneur, you may have clarity, but the rest of your organization does not. And so that's kind of tip number one is, do you have clarity on your vision? And does the rest of your organization also have clarity on the vision? Number one. Number two are your values. This one is actually one of my favorites because when we do with a lot of work with entrepreneurs, with women entrepreneurs, it's the values that often is the reason why they've left another role or another job. I can think of one of our clients where she was very dissatisfied, corporate lawyer, working at a firm, loved what she did, but didn't like the culture, the firm that she was actually at, and decided to leave the firm and actually start her own firm because the values of the firm were not the values that she actually had. And so getting clarity on your values, and different experts will say in terms of how many you actually really should have. We have 5. A lot of our clients will have between kind of like 5 to 7, but clarity on your values is number 2. And again, same thing. You as the entrepreneur may know with what those values are, but does the rest of your team and organization, do they know with what they are? Number 3, your purpose. What's your why? We all need a why. Simon Sinek, we all need a why. So what is your why? So your vision is with where you want to go. It's kind of like the direction. Your values are kind of what we call like the bumpers, it's almost like you're on the road and, the values that kind of keep you from going off course. Your purpose is really why you're doing what you're doing. Our vision as a company is to develop great leaders at work and at home. That's our vision. Our why is because when we can do that, it will help people be successful in all parts of their life and driving their business, their relationships, and their wellness. So our vision is different than our purpose. They're interconnected, but they're different. And so you want to get real clear on that. Number 4 is your niche. Do you have clarity on your niche? Who are you serving? And we actually serve 3 different groups of people. We serve very large organizations, global companies with thousands of actually employees. We also serve HR, and we also serve professionals, a lot of professionals that are very curious about learning leadership tools that they can apply both to their professional life and also their home life actually as well. So we actually have 3 different niches, and we offer different services for different groups. And so you may have one niche, you might have a few, but you want to get clarity on your niche. 5th one, everybody, and if you like this content, make sure you say like in the, hopefully you will like it and it's going to be valuable for you, but make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out some of our other videos. And definitely, if you would like to get more information, you want to make sure you sign up for our newsletter. We've got a fantastic newsletter that we actually give more detailed tips for our community. So just write yes below, and somebody from our team will send you some information. So the fifth one is you want to get clarity on the goals. And there's lots of different ways people can do goals. Again, this is one of those shocking pieces, depending on the size of organization that we're working with, that a lot of people do not have clarity on the goals. Goals, measurable goals, are extremely important. I love to run. Well, I don't know if I would say I'd love to run. I have been running because it's actually really good for me. But I actually, we've got twins, and so it's been great. We've been running this the last few weeks, and one of the things I've noticed is that when we time, because I want to kind of be competitive against myself. When we time how fast I'm running, I'm way more efficient with my running. If we don't time it, I get a little bit sloppy. That's human nature. That's what happens. When we have measurable goals, we are more accountable actually to those goals. So it is very important. As an entrepreneur, you've got very clear measurable goals, but also your senior leadership team and your managers and everybody needs to have goals. Goals are extremely important to help drive your organization actually forward. Number 6 is, what are your regular rhythms? This is again another really big one. When we're working with organizations, women entrepreneurs, we're trying to help them really get their business system set up properly. So once you have your vision, your values, your purpose, you've figured out your goals, then you have to have a system in terms of how regular you're going to be looking at your goals, both from a senior leadership team, but also for the rest of your employees. And so the system can be a little bit different depending on the size of the organization. But what we have found the most effective is to be looking at your goals every single week. Every week, everybody. A lot can change, and especially for small business, you want to be tracking your numbers every single week to making sure that you are in fact going in the right direction towards your vision. And there's lots of other rhythms we talk about in the coaching that we do. We talk about all kinds of different rhythms in terms of accountability and with your finances and social media and all of that. But just to make sure that this video isn't like super long, we'll just talk about how, your systems in terms of meetings. Number 7, network. Network is, I think it's everything. When you think about, again, establishing a really great business, who are you serving and where are they, and networking within your community, really networking towards the people that you're actually serving is actually really important. So what are you doing to effectively, regularly network and meet people? Because bottom line is, people want to do business with people that they've met, that they've connected with, that they like. There's a lot of competition. So if I've got a choice of who I'm going to be hiring for some kind of service or product, I'm going to kind of go after people that I've actually met before and I kind of like working with them. And so very important that you're spending time in terms of your networking. Number 8, what are you doing for learning? This is an interesting one because for a lot of smaller businesses, bigger companies that we work for and work with, they have very robust learning and development programs internally. Smaller businesses a lot of times don't. And so one of the things I find when we're working with women entrepreneurs and small businesses is that they would love to have learning and development, but it can be very costly. So you want to think about what is your go-to. If you need some resources, we've got lots of free resources when you come to our community, dkleadership.org. Sign up for a newsletter and you will start getting lots of great free resources for learning and development. So we're one resource, there's others. And the key thing is you want to make sure that you are really, you've got your go-to experts for different resources. Okay. So learning and development, really paying attention to who and where you're going for that. Number 9, and I'm going to say this specifically for all the women entrepreneurs that we work with, believe in yourself, okay? Business is really, really difficult. And one of the things over and over again that I hear from a lot of the women that we serve is their lack of confidence. And there's a lot of failure and there's a lot of rejection in business. And I think back to when I first started my business, and I literally would be devastated if I lost a client, if I lost a deal. And I had to learn to get very thick-skinned. I learned I had to study the feedback. I learned I had to see feedback as data. And I learned how to focus on my vision. And the more I focused on my vision and I really started to believe in myself, then things started actually unfolding. And so you got to surround yourself with people that are going to believe in you when, especially when you don't believe in yourself. I get that. Okay. And so very, very important that we focus on believing in ourselves and working on that mindset. Number 10, I have it in my notes. And of course I cannot even read my own writing. Leverage technology. Technology is a tool. There's lots of great tools. And really look at how are you leveraging technology to amplify, speed up, accelerate your success. Okay, so those are 10, everybody. There's a lot, okay? And I could do a deep dive in every single one of them. But for now, just do a quick little assessment. How are you doing with these 10? Which ones are you doing really well? Which ones actually need work? And if you do only one thing, join our community at dkleadership.org. They're free resources, and I'm here to support and coach you so that you can be successful as a female entrepreneur. That's going to benefit you not only just on the professional side, but also personally as well. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you at my next video.